Well, good afternoon and welcome back in to another edition of Eagle Spotlight, a weekly look into the Johnson County school system with Superintendent Mr. Tom Cochran. Each week on Eagle Spotlight, we take a look at a couple of topics that concerns all of the Johnson County school system, and we also showcase one of our area schools. Now let's go to the studios of WSIP in Paintsville for this week's edition of Eagle Spotlight with Mr. Tom Cochran. Well, Tom, good afternoon and welcome back in to Eagle Spotlight.
Thanks, Scott, for having me again. It's always a pleasure to be here with you to discuss the good things going on in Johnson County schools. A couple of topics today I'd really like to focus on. I would like to talk about our district transportation department, and then we'll transition to the school of the week, which will be Highland Elementary. In looking at our transportation department, Scott, those ladies and gentlemen are extremely important to our district and our kids. As you know, those people are the first people who see our kids most every day, and also they're the last employees that see our kids when they drop off every evening. And so they play such an important role in the success of our students and our school district, and I think our transportation department is second to none. I'd put them up against anybody. I'm so proud of all the work that they do every single day. In looking at our department, we have 48 regular bus drivers, 7 substitute drivers. We have 8 monitors who help out on the buses with our students. We have 3 mechanics, a secretary, and of course a transportation director, Mr. Ronnie Fairchild. Our transportation department runs 47 routes a day. When you look at about how they're spread out over our county, we average a little over 3,100 miles traveling per day. To add that up, last school year, our buses traveled over 680,000 miles. That's just a huge amount of travel that our bus drivers put in every year. They all focus on safety as number one priority, but then they also focus on building relationships with those students and making sure those students feel safe and that they know who those students are. They just have a huge job, and I want to commend them all for what they do. Scott, in our fleet of 47 buses, we're proud to say that 19 of those are equipped with air conditioner. We're also proud of the fact that Johnson County Schools was the first district to purchase propane buses in eastern Kentucky. We currently operate 3 of those propane buses daily. We transport approximately 3,300 students per day. And one thing that I'd like to talk about, too, with that is the amount of experience that we have with our bus driving staff. We have 6 drivers who have 20-plus years of experience. Larry Castle has 23 years, Bill Cantrell 22 years, Nancy Lewis and Tina Hall both have 21 years, and Sharon Rose and Tony Blanton, they both have 20 years of experience. And when you add all that experience up, we have a total combined years of experience for bus drivers of 447 years. So that's just an enormous amount of experience, and we depend on those drivers to make sure that our kids are taken care of every day. Some other things we're proud of with our transportation department: we have several drivers who had perfect attendance last year. Sharon Rose had perfect attendance. As a matter of fact, she's had perfect attendance 8 years in a row. James Fitch, this is his second year for having perfect attendance. And then also last year, Sharon Blanton, Wanda Campbell, Bill Cantrell, Ron Fitzsimmons, and Doug Sublett, and Billy Rose, they all had perfect attendance as well. We have, as I said earlier, 3 mechanics. 2 of those mechanics have 20-plus years of experience. Greg Dawson has 26 years, and Greg Van Hoos has 20 years. Our director, Mr. Ronnie Fairchild, as I mentioned earlier, he started as transportation director in 2003. He actually was the transportation director of the year from Kentucky Department of Education in 2013. Before he was director, he was a principal at Highland Elementary, and before that he was teacher at Oil Springs Elementary. His previous background included being in the Marine Corps from 1982 to 1986, and he graduated from Morehead State University. And Mr. Fairchild has been a Kentucky certified driver trainer for 15 years. And we also have another staff, Ron Fitzsimmons, who has been a Kentucky certified bus trainer for 2 years. And then Greg Dawson, who is one of our mechanics, he's been a Kentucky certified school bus inspector for 5 years. So I say all that to say that our kids are in very good hands to and from school, and we're very proud of our drivers, Mr. Fairchild, and our entire transportation department.
They get up early and stay out late.
The first to see and the last to drop off, so they have a huge job. Now, Scott, I'd like to change our topic of discussion to our focus school of the week, and that school this week is Highland Elementary. Highland is the largest elementary school in the district. We serve over 450 students at that school. Because of the district-wide one-to-one initiative, every student in grades 4, 5, and 6 each have a device they use daily. At last classification by the Kentucky Department of Education, Highland Elementary was classified as a distinguished progression school and a school of distinction. Highland is a Leader in Me school. The students that go there embrace many leadership roles in the school, including leading the morning announcements, serving as school greeters, and leading their own parent conferences each 9 weeks. We have students who are leading in the community through the Student Lighthouse team, serving as 4-H officers, assisting with holiday drives, and volunteering with Soul Food Ministries. And they're very proud of the fact that they won the district-wide attendance for the month of September. In sports, the 5th and 6th grade football team finished as runners-up. The girls' basketball team finished as county runners-up as well. This year, the Highland Elementary Community Problem-Solving Team, the CMPS team, has chosen Foster Friends as a community project. This project will provide children moving to a foster home with a backpack filled with basic needs, and sometimes to make the transition a little smoother and more comforting. So these students at school really have a servant's heart, and we're very proud of the fact that our teachers and our staff are working to instill the importance of being servants to all of our students. That school also has many individual accolades. For example, Maddie Goebel, 5th grader, and Edith Ward and Haley McCoy, both 6th graders, are going to represent Highland at the East Kentucky Science Fair. We had several Apple Day winners from Highland. In the Art Division 1, Kara Stevens was the runner-up. Division 2, Parker Meeks was the winner, and J.P. Simmons was the runner-up. Ava Cantrell was a Division 3 winner, and Gabe Conley was the Division 4 winner, and Jaden Eastep was the runner-up in that division. In the Spelling Bee, Hannah Pedad was the Division 4 runner-up. Then in the math competition, Lynn Hand was the Division 3 winner, and Gabe Conley was the Division 4 runner-up. At Highland, we have a faculty of over 34 highly qualified teachers. Those teachers have served as leaders and advocates across the state this year. We have 4 teachers currently pursuing national board certification and 2 who are already nationally board certified, so there's a great deal of experience within that staff. The staff at Highland also work to provide resources for every student. We had this year 3 teachers earn Chromebook labs. Miss Bolden, Miss Farrell, Miss McClure all wrote grants and earned a Chromebook lab for their class, so that means even more computers are provided for the students in the primary at Highland. Also, Kelly Ratliff, Miss Bolden, Miss Adams, and Miss Lisa Sayer will be presenting at the Regional Fire Summit and at the Expo Center in Pikeville. They all wrote and earned $1,000 mini grants from KVEC. That's our educational cooperative. Other accolades for our staff: Miss Lisa Sayer created a new micro-credentialing professional learning opportunity for our staff. Within that, Kelly Ratliff, one of the teachers there, is leading the entire district in ProLearn. She's earned 7 of the credentials so far. Calvin Music participated in the Code Camp to Space Camp training at the Challenger Learning Center. He has earned a trip for 4th graders to visit the Challenger Space Center. Amanda O'Brien, Ashley May, and Jessica Adams served as ECET 2 EKY presenters to celebrate teacher effectiveness. And Miss LaTanya Rowe has served as Hope Street Kentucky Fellow, as a Code Camp to Space Camp trainer, and an ambassador for Class Dojo and Seesaw. And the principal there, the leader, is Mr. Brenton Dials, and he has over 10 years of experience. His experiences range from high school teacher to elementary assistant principal, as well as elementary principal in 2 different schools. He's also involved in a lot of civic organizations, and he, like all the staff there, are student-centered and believe in students first. In closing, I'll say, Scott, that the students and staff at Highland Elementary all believe in the 3 key words of pride, respect, and courage. They all do their best every day to do the right thing, even when nobody's looking, and even when it's difficult. So I'm very proud of those students from Highland Elementary as they work hard every single day.
And before we end our program, we always let you, Mr. Cochran, tell everybody how they can get in touch with Johnson County School System, and then information on how they can keep up to date with Johnson County School System.
Anyone listening has any concerns, questions, or ideas of ways that we can continue to grow, our door's always open, and we're always available to sit and listen and talk and discuss ideas. You can call the Johnson County Board of Education at 789-2530. And also remember, we're doing our best to keep our social media outlets up to date. So follow us on Facebook at Johnson County School District and on Twitter at JC_schools. Scott, thank you again for the opportunity to be here. I look forward to bringing on our schools every week, and I'm proud to be an Eagle for life.
You've been listening to Eagle Spotlight, a weekly look around the Johnson County School District with Superintendent Mr. Tom Cochran. You can join us each and every Monday at this same time.